I spoke with Senator Obama after his big win in Mississippi, and we wanted to talk specifically about the latest sparks from the Clinton campaign. Geraldine Ferraro's comment to a newspaper that, quote, if Obama was a white man, he would not be in this position. And if he was a woman of any color, he would not be in this position. He happens to be very lucky to be who he is, and the country is caught up in the concept. Here's what Senator Obama had to say about this, his big win, and more. Senator Obama, thank you for joining us. I congratulate you on winning Mississippi. Let me ask you, do you think this seals the deal for you?
Well, I think that we've still got some work to do. Obviously, as long as Senator Clinton is running, we've got a contest. And she's a tenacious campaigner, but I'm thrilled with the victory, not just in Mississippi, but Wyoming, and we're continuing to build delegates.
I'm sure you're gaining confidence that you have a very good chance of winning the ticket. So let's look at Vice President. I know you think it's too early, but I'll ask it to you this way. Can you think of anyone better than Hillary Rodham Clinton to be your vice presidential candidate?
Well, I think that Senator Clinton is extraordinarily talented. And I've said before, she'd be on anybody's short list.
Let me flip it this way. Are you ready to say that you would not accept the vice presidential role with Hillary Rodham Clinton? You're ready to rule it out?
Well, I basically said in Mississippi, I'm running for president. I'm not interested in the vice presidency.
Saying that you're not running for vice president is different than saying, I will not accept the vice presidential role with Hillary Rodham Clinton. Is that what you mean to say? I'm looking for a straight
Chris,
no or a yes.
I admire your tenacity. I am not running for vice president. I am not thinking about accepting a vice presidency. I am running for the presidency of the United States of America.
All right. Yesterday, you came out with very specific charges against the Clinton campaign, saying, you're throwing everything at me. The campaign is leaking photos of me in African garb. Now Geraldine Ferraro comes out. She says if you were a white man, you wouldn't be where you are today. So I ask you for your reaction. Do you think you were singled out by the Democratic Party because of your race?
Well, let me put it this way, Chris. I think that if anybody was looking for the quickest path to the presidency, they would not say, I want to be an African-American man named Barack Obama. I don't think that's in the handbook for running for president. So anybody who knows the history of this country, I think, would not take too seriously the notion that this has been a huge advantage. But I don't think it's a disadvantage either. I will be honest with you. The one thing that I am frustrated about during the course of this campaign, and it's typical Washington politics, is we do end up spending a lot of time obsessing over who's up and who's down and what surrogate made what statement, but we don't spend as much time just really feeling the difficulties that people are going through on a day-to-day basis. And I get sucked into that sometimes.
Do you believe that Geraldine Ferraro should leave the Clinton campaign for what she said?
Well, I'll leave that up to the Clinton campaign. But what I have said is this, that when some of my surrogates have made statements that I don't think were appropriate, they left the campaign. I think that we have to set a tone in the Democratic Party that projects bringing the country together, unifying the country. I think that's what we're about. And I respect Geraldine Ferraro. She's a trailblazer and was an inspiration for a lot of people, including myself when she ran as vice president. But I really think it's important for us not to divide the Democratic Party or the American people. I think it's important for us to bring people together because the challenges we've got are so enormous.
You got 6 weeks now before Pennsylvania, some time to see your wife, see your kids, play a little ball. You're going to take it to the hoop? You're going to pretend that you're Michael Jordan, trying to take it in there to the basket a little bit?
Let me tell you, it would take a great feat of imagination to pretend I'm Michael Jordan. But, I might pretend that I'm 15 years younger than I am. The only problem with that is sometimes that's how you get injured, so I got to be careful about that.
That's true. I've learned that the hard way. Senator, thank you very much for taking the time. Congratulations on Mississippi.
Thank you so much, Chris.